Everybody ready? Camera. You got it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And do you know
Mandy, you know where they're going to post the photo?
That's why I'm here too.
Yeah, and it's going to be a blended group, so I think we'll wait to see what they say.
Aquí vamos para
Look for you, Gabe.
Ándale.
See that link.
You don't have to fill the space. Tell us if you need it.
You're with us, right? You're with us.
Yes. Well, I'm with Top, but Top and Short, so.
I mean,
if people are trying to get out, there's chairs on either side.
But I do want to make sure that New York.
my opportunity to be able to
Are you trying to get out?
Sí, bueno.
Thank you.
Could you do Texas Freedom Network on You're okay. So we'll be on this side.
My mama said, my mama was going to give birth, and she said, they asked me to go before. Oh, that's why I'm not standing back there.
Ray, ask one of the colors.
I didn't bring my cross copy with that stuff anyway. Are they here? Is she going to record?
Yes.
Oh, then I don't have to.
There you go. That's what I just figured out. You want to get in the front? I can do it right here. Right here.
Do you want to stand on a step or are you good? You're good? You got it? Okay.
It's okay. No, I like that.
Can you take another picture? First time I left. Okay, one more picture. One more picture. All right, y'all play for the camera.
You don't want to be in the picture. David. It's okay. That's better. So, why ramble?
Yeah, but my husband said wait until the call. Okay?
Yes. We met at a state convention. I was at state convention meeting with them yesterday. And I gave up time.
I need you to put this. I need you to put this to my cafe. I need you to put this to my cafe. Don't put my shit up. No, it's my cafe.
Ayer con
Thank you. estamos, si no nos vamos.
Everybody hold your signs up for a picture. There we go.
Don't block anybody's face. Wait, Dr.
Is she here?
She called.
Yeah.
She's right back there. That's her husband Emilio right there.
Stay right there, guys. Jump in there, man. It's right here, guys. You ready?
¿Puedes tomar otra foto? Ahí viene alguien aquí.
I feel like I should email Dr. House on this. Hey. Ya la tomé.
Take a picture over there, chicos. Volten para allá. Otro.
After we do this, I want to
Yeah, I wasn't looking.
Sorry.
Hold on. Let's do another one quick. That's a great photo.
Yes.
Who?
Thank you. So the women in the brown pants can join us as well.
Who do you want in the picture front next to
Come on up.
She was in the picture before.
Turn the flag around.
Gracias.
Here and make sure that you're.
Right here. Take your picture.
I think that'll look nice. And if people get in front of you, it'll still be as long as y'all like stay here. It is a long day.
They didn't tell me there would be free hugs here.
Free hugs.
Yeah. There's free hugs everywhere. That part.
All right, sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Yeah. There's no power like the power of the people. If the people
don't stop. Say what?
There's no power like the power of the people.
Because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people because the power of the people won't stop. Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people because the power of the people don't stop.
Where are they?
I have Verniss and Joel is right there, and I just downloaded the page too.
Hello, thank you. This is Mary Margaret. This is
Up high.
Welcome, everybody.
We need to get the speakers lined up before we start.
That's what I'm gonna. Okay, before we start, I need all the speakers to come to the front. I need HRC, ACLU, Lambda Legal, TFN. I need the Mahogany Project, Rainbow Connections, Norman Anomaly, and Erin. Please come to the front. Please come to the front so we can get started. People! People!
So I'll go, Rosenthal will go, and then...
We're going to start from the blessing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Just saying who's...
When I say people, y'all say power. People. Power. People. Power.
Thank you, Bridget. Let's give it up for Bridget! So thank you, everybody, for being here today. My name is Sofia Sepúlveda. My pronouns are she, hers. I am the field director with Equality Texas, and I want to welcome, look around you, look behind you. Look how many people showed up today to fight for us. Before we started, I want to welcome Red and to guide us in an Indigenous blessing. So, Red, where are you, Red?
Is Red in the building?
Oh, they're missing someone. Can we do the blessing at the end?
Oh, we can do we can do the blessing at the end if they're. Oh, come on.
My friend. Happy birthday. No, you smell great, baby. I'm going to keep you cool up here.
All right. Yes, you are.
Anyone standing behind me? Some of this.
Hello, Piali. Hi, everyone. My name is Red on behalf of the Calpulia Ilopaxlin and Yanahuana Somisec territories. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for being here with all of your energy. I have my fire here accompanied by me, a fire that's been passed down for 500 years of resistance, the resistencia. Unfortunately, I have the park police trying to get me to put it out, and that's something that's really difficult to do with our traditions, right? So I have it here on the floor, safe for me, safe with me, you know, and so just reminding us that they don't take care of us, we take care of us, our elements take care of us. And so I really wanted to do this accompanied by my jefita, Laura Yoel Tlawis, and she'll be joining me later, and we can offer some extra limpias and blessings as well. But first, just humbly here, graced by everyone's presence here, reminding us that we are all sacred, we are all have sacred purpose. Trans people have always existed. Queer people have always existed. Honoring our divine duality is something that is sacred and cannot be shut off. Anyone who is trying to hold us down are people who are not in love with themselves. And so thank you for each and every one of us for living in our authentic selves and authentic truths. And so to invoke the four directions and to call in a sacred portal to protect us and to bless us during this time, I just ask each of you to turn with me to the four directions. And so we will start off in the direction of the east. In se ashkan, en tlataplaloli slawislampa, chaneque en Cali, Quetzalcoatl. Con el permiso del agua, tierra, fuego, y viento. We ask permission of the direction of the east, of the sacred masculinity, asking permission in the house of Quetzalcoatl, of light, asking for it to protect us. Ometeot. We will turn to the direction of the west. En Ome Ashkan, en Tlataplaloli, Cihuatlampa, Chaneque en Cali, Chipetotec, asking permission of the direction of the west, the direction of our sacred femininity, the direction of transformation, asking it to protect us and to bless us. Ometeo. Turning to the direction of the north. En Yei Ashkan, en Tlataplaloli, Mixclampa, Chaneque en Cali, Tezcatlipoca, asking the permission of the direction of the north, the direction of our ancestors, of wisdom, asking the direction of tobacco and of our shadow selves as well to accompany us and to provide protection to us. Ometeo. We'll turn to the direction of the south. En Naui Ashkan, en Tlataplaloli's Huitzlampa, Chaneque en Cali, Huitzilopochtli, asking permission of the direction of the south and the direction of our inner child, of our youth, of our trans youth, asking this direction to protect us. Ometeo. And then next we'll turn to the center. En Chicuase Ashkan, en Chaneque Cali, Omeocan, en Tlataplaloli's, en Tatatonatiu, in Anametzli, asking permission of the direction of the sky, asking permission of Grandmother Moon, of Father Sky, to watch over us, to protect us, to cover us with a force field of protection. May nothing come and harm us during this time today and throughout our journey and travels. The next direction will be the direction of Mother Earth. If you are able, you can be on your knees. If you're not able, that is fine. En Chicome, en Cali, Huechimalma, Chaneque, en Cali, Chalchuitlicue, en Tlalitonantzin, Coatlicue, asking permission of the direction of Mother Earth, of all of the earthly waters, asking for permission to hold this space together, to protect us. We ask for forgiveness for all of the harm that we have caused into this earth, and ask her to just shower us in her vibration of grounding and healing throughout this time. And then in the seventh direction, we turn to each other. En Chicome Ashkan, en Tlataplaloli Someteo, Chaneque en Cali in Lakesh, In Itzli, in Yolotzin, in Epale, Moani, in Itloque, Nawake, we turn to the direction, the seventh direction, we turn to each other. I am you, you are me, and you are my other me. If I do harm to you, I do harm to myself. If I love and respect myself, I love and respect you. May our hearts match our face, and just thank you for showing up as your authentic self. May everything that is divine hold us and care for us today. And may the divine duality just care for us and hold us in this today. Thank you all for this moment of presence, this moment of groundingness here in Somisec territories, the land of the Karankoa, of Lipanapachi, of Humanos, Estocna, Carrizo Come Crudo, and all of these traveling bands that have migrated through these places for many, many years. Ancestors who were queer, ancestors who were trans, ancestors who did come to these waters to bathe, to rest, to commune with each other. So just Tlazokamati, thank you on behalf of the Calpulia Ilopaxlin. With so much love, I'll be here and just offering love and support as a two-spirit kin, as a trans non-binary person here in solidarity with love. Tlazokamati, Ometeon.
Thank you. Without further ado, I want to welcome Brad Pritchett, CEO, Interim CEO of Equality Texas.
I really don't want to touch this and knock it off. Good afternoon, everyone. So it's my honor to welcome you to All In for Equality Advocacy Day for 2025. So my name is Brad Pritchett. I'm the interim CEO of Equality Texas, and it's really hard for me to believe that it's been 2 years since we gathered here in this space together as a community. You know, in 2023, lawmakers filed over 140 anti-LGBTQ plus bills targeting our community. And today, we face more than 200 bills targeting LGBTQ plus Texans. You can boo that. So these bills range from bathroom restrictions to forced genetic testing to the denial of accurate identity documents. And there are a lot more than just those. This is legislation that serves no purpose other than to attempt to confine us into boxes that just don't fit and deny us the right to live authentically. But the attacks don't stop at the state level. Right now, the Trump administration has embarked on a systematic campaign to erase LGBTQ plus people from federal recognition. But here's what they don't understand that you do, and you're proving it by being here today. As their attacks against our community escalate, you recognize that our response has to escalate as well. You're here in this place that is not always kind to queer people because you know that this is the moment we have to meet as a community. There is no Attorney General's opinion or piece of legislation or executive order that will force us to be anything other than our true, authentic selves. So we are going to get louder, we are going to be more visible, and even more fabulous. So our community is more powerful and more determined than we've ever been. Every attempt to diminish us only strengthens our resolve. And here's how I know that that's true. Once upon a time, we would say these attacks were unprecedented. That is not the case anymore. There are plenty of precedents for these attacks against LGBTQ plus Texans. We've been living them. If we are going to break as a community, it would have happened by now. And guess what? It hasn't. And it won't. We are here today, and we are not broken. You're part of something historic in the truest sense of the word, because today, this is the largest LGBTQ plus advocacy day in Texas history. We're here because we refuse to be silent. We refuse to let others deny our existence or define who we are. We're here to remind legislators that we're Texans too. Every time we speak up, every time we show up, we challenge any narrative that seeks to erase us. So today, as we meet with lawmakers, as we share our experiences and our concerns, let's carry this message with us. We demand recognition, respect, and protection under the law, and we will not stop fighting until we get it. So let's make this Advocacy Day count. Let's show Texas and the nation that we will not be erased. We will persist, we will resist, and we will, in fact, prevail. So I encourage us all to go today and do good things. Thank you very much. And I want to introduce State Representative John Rosenthal, because I know he has a committee hearing he has to get to, and we want to make sure that he can continue doing the work for the people of Texas.
Equality Texas, welcome to your state capital. I'm John Rosenthal. I represent House District 135 in Northwest Houston, and thank you for sharing the space with me, for letting me stand here with you. Very few things piss me off worse than folks advancing a hateful agenda just to fortify their own political and personal gains. Hate has no place here. Hate has no place in Texas. There is nothing in my eyes more beautiful than the authentic self-expression of each and every one of you. So thank you for showing up. Just know that you have allies in this building, and we will not stop fighting for you. It ain't over till it's over. And if we never quit, we never lose. So thanks for coming out today. Advocate for good things. I'm John Rosenthal. Thank you so much. Am I going to introduce her? And now I want to introduce, are you the chair of the Texas LGBT Caucus, the mighty, the powerful, the badass, awesome, fierce Jessica Gonzalez of Dallas.
Now that's an introduction, huh? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Equality Texas, for organizing this event. Again, I'm State Representative Jessica Gonzalez from Dallas, and I'm the current chair of the Texas House LGBTQ Caucus. Thank you. Look, it's no news to any of us here that we're seeing, again, an unprecedented amount of attacks on our community, not only here in Texas, but across the nation. Let me be clear. We are all family. And an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. And it's up to us to be there for each other, especially right now. This session, we've seen over 200 bills filed to limit health care access for trans Texans, erase our shared humanity, and encourage discrimination against our community. But know that your Texas House LGBTQ Caucus will always fight for your right to be your authentic self. And trust me, we've been through these fights before. And I have faith in the commitment that me and my colleagues have made to never back down. I know it's a long road ahead, but with the help of all of you who are here, I'm confident that we will win our fight for true equality. Because together, we can work towards a Texas that we can feel safe in and that we can be proud of. We must be visible, present, and vocal and loud as we need to be throughout the remainder of this session. And when it ends, we need to organize. We need to hit the ground running, share our stories and life experiences with our communities and neighbors. They need to hear from all of us the truth about the contributions we make in our communities, not just the lies being spewed by the bigots. And most importantly, we must flip some of these seats. We must not lose hope. But we must not lose hope. I know that we will build the Texas that we deserve to live in and raise our families in if we work harder than ever, because many lives are on the line right now. Thank you for being here, and let's do this because we aren't going anywhere. And next I want to bring up State Representative Vinton Jones, who is the current Vice Chair of the Texas House LGBTQ Caucus, and my neighbor in Dallas.
I'm short. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I am State Representative Vinton Jones, and I'm so proud to serve as the Vice Chair of the Texas House LGBTQ Caucus. More importantly, I am proud to be a member of Texas's LGBTQ community. As we prepare to have this conversation, I know that there are going to be a lot of people talking to you about bills and talking to you about the resistance and talking to you about fighting. I want to come with a message that sometimes we don't say to each other enough, and that's the importance of being able to take care of yourself in these moments right now. It's hard coming to the Capitol every day, doing this work, fighting. And I say that for all of us. And sometimes you just have to rest and care for yourself and be kind to yourself in these very, very hard moments. So I wanted to start my remarks with that. Please, as we fight, make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because a person very special to me, my grandmother, told me, if you're not here, you can't fight for anybody. And that's what I want to also tell you. If you're not here, you cannot fight. And what's also important is that if we are not here, nobody is going to be fighting for us. We have to come fighting for ourselves. And so the next piece that I want to mention is, it's, again, hard to come up here. And sometimes when I need to draw strength, when the conversations are getting too intense, when there's another bill that has been filed to harm our community, I think back to the freedom fighters back in the 60s that were having some of these same conversations about equality, justice, and having people mind their own damn business. Those are the people like Marsha P. Johnson, like Sylvia Rodriguez, that were our freedom fighters, that when people were afraid to say gay, or people didn't acknowledge our community, they were the ones that showed up each and every day. And so, as we fast forward right now, remember that this movement has been on the backs of trans people. And right now, we have to show up for that community. This fight is not an LGBT conversation. This is a trans conversation. This is a queer conversation. This is a gender non-conforming conversation. And we as a community have to not be afraid to say that, or to not be afraid to use the language that makes people comfortable. And those are the other LGBTQ people in our community. And so right now, we can't talk to the opponents until we get our own allies to understand and acknowledge our humanity, our presence, and our existence. So I know that there's a lot of speakers out here, and it is hot. And I want to just say three things right now, as far as something that is so important for us to be able to focus on right now, in addition to making sure that we're coming and telling our stories at the Capitol. One, as I started, take care of yourself. Two, organize, organize, organize. And this is not just the regular organize that we need. We need some of that old Stonewall organizing. We need to make sure that we're not only up here one day, we're up here every day having the conversation with people who are trying to take our lives and our dignity, and someone who is trying to play politics with our lives. So we need to organize, because three, if we are really pissed, and I mean really pissed, how many of y'all are really pissed at what we're seeing happen in our community? If you are really pissed, and again, I say really pissed, we have to organize for this next election, because we have the opportunity to not only work to change the majority in both the House and the Senate, we can pick a new governor. We can pick a new lieutenant governor. We can pick a new attorney general. Those are the positions that we have to do. And so we need to make sure that we are, or I can't say it, but We need to not be afraid to be in that space so that we can finally win elections. And that's what we're going to have to do to change this once and for all. So I just want to say again, thank you so much for being out here, for having your voices heard. Continue to have your voices heard, because I know it's sometimes maybe frustrating and you feel like nobody is listening. But if the people back in the 60s and our community quit back then, where would we be? And so remember that as we do this work for another generation. Thank you so much. And next we'll have State Representative Vicki Goodwin.
Hi, y'all. I'm State Representative Vicki Goodwin from here in Austin. I'll be brief. So I'm an ally and I stand in solidarity with you all. So I care about people. Are there people here today? I care about all of you. I care about people. So do y'all care about things like housing affordability, public education, making sure we have water for the future? We have some really important issues to address here in the building behind me, and yet there are some in that building who want to have a boogeyman, to make people afraid, to divert attention as they do their bad deeds. But we're not going to let them do that, and I am so grateful for you being here today. This is your capital. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, my name is Gene. I'm a state rep out of Houston. I'm also the House Democratic Caucus chair. I didn't have anything prepared, but I just want to say I'm sorry you have to be here. I'm sorry you have to be here year after year, session after session, demanding just to be treated as humans. Right? To be treated with the same dignity that every single other person in this world, in this country has. To be just left alone. To be left alone to live your own lives, to do what you want as an American. And I don't know what happened, because when I first came into this body, like, we had all these Republicans who said, like, government should be small, they shouldn't tell you what to do, they should leave you alone, adults should make their own decisions. If it doesn't hurt anybody else, why the hell are you involved? And I don't know how we got to this place. A place that is telling us how to think, how to feel, who we can love, what we can even say out of our mouths. We're losing everything that makes us American. And it's not just the LGBTQ community. Right now, this last week, they passed a law out of the Senate. A law that says my people, Asian people, Chinese people, we can't own a home. We can't own a business. We can't buy farmland. Can't even own mineral interests. We can't even own timber. And it's not just the Asian community. It's the black community. All the things that they've worked towards to bring up the disparity in college enrollment, all the DEI programs that are helping black communities get to the middle class, to get to the promised land, are being stripped away. Latinos, once again, they have turned the Latino community into a community of the unwanted, where everyone is treated like they're undocumented, like they're illegal, they don't belong here. Latinos were here first, baby. And today I felt really down. It's just like we had this big press conference on education, and it ate me up, because there's so much darkness around us. Every single day, whether it's DC or Austin, there is simply more and more darkness. The only reason I can go on is you. Because each and every one of you is a point of light in this darkness. Each and every single one of you adds a little more light to this room. And you know what? There's more light than there is darkness. There's more of us than there are of them. And we will not go back. You will not shove us back in that closet. We will not be second-class citizens. We are Americans, goddammit!
I had to get a hug first because I'm scared. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Morgan Hardy Davis. I'd like to repeat that. My name is Morgan Hardy Davis. I love you. I am so blessed to be here today. That name I chose because it was the hardest working, kindest human being I'd ever met. A district judge signed an order that said, "That's your name." At the very end of it, it says, "This is in the best interest of Morgan." Not a president, not a senator, not an attorney general will change the fact that my name is Morgan Hardy Davis. And when you think you're sad or you're looking for light, I want you to look at all of these faces. They are fighting so hard for you. Names you'll never know, they're fighting for you. Names you do know, give them a hug. They're fighting hard. I'd like to introduce you to another friend of mine. So, this little symbol, I dare you to go into a coffee shop. I dare you to go into a library. I dare you to go into this building and not see this sticker. It's the HRC sticker. It is the symbol that says, "I'm with you. I'm your friend." Behind this sticker are 3 million people ready to serve you. That piece being this. The law protects you. It really does. But we got to stand together to hold it firm. We hold these things to be self-evident. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These were yours at birth. It wasn't a gift, and it's not something to be taken away. It is yours. It was yours at birth. My name is Morgan. I can't wait to meet you. I'm surrounded by those that I love. And when you do feel darkness, absolutely, remember and look around at each other. You are the lights. You are the ones that we're going to win, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be long. But we're going to win because we've done it before and we know how. We're going to do it together. I love you.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Ash Hall. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm a policy and advocacy strategist at the ACLU of Texas. We are a civil rights organization that both fights in the Capitol, in our courtrooms, school boards, anywhere that we are needed. And we work across 6 issue areas. I happen to be the person focusing on LGBTQIA+ rights. I want to begin by thanking you for bringing your love, your beauty, and your power to your state capitol today. It is not a small deal that you are here. That's right, our house. I also want to recognize that it's been a really tough couple of years. A lot of you may have felt a lot of sadness and heartbreak, a lot of anger, and a lot of pain. And there may be moments where you are scared that you have more in common with some of the folks that wish us dead than you used to. And what I want to remind you of is the thing that sets us apart from the other angry, yelling people is that our anger and our sadness comes from a place of love for each other and for people we don't even know. Despite these dark times, we have had a lot of wins as a community over the years, and I just want to name some of those for you to remind you of exactly what community you are a part of and what you have done. Back in 2017, we were told that we were getting a bathroom bill, no matter what we said or did, and we destroyed it. Last session, we broke a record for the number of people who showed up to testify against the trans healthcare ban for youth. We broke a record that had been there since 2013 when Wendy Davis held a filibuster here. Every single session since, at the very least, since I've been involved, which is 2011, we have always beat more than 95% of the bills that they have tried to harm us with. And at this point in time, we are one of, if not the, most involved and active community groups that comes to this Capitol to fight for our rights. That's just some of our wins, and we have a lot that we stand to win here today. The way I see it, today is the beginning of the end for more than 200 anti-LGBTQ+ bills, and that is all you, baby. There are people in this building, absolutely, who are on our side and who believe in us and who care about us. And you've met some of those people now. Definitely go find them throughout the day. They'll take good care of you. There are also people here who want to say that we are a brand new community that hasn't been here forever and that they're going to make us go away if they just legislate us enough. And I just want to remind them that LGBTQIA+ people have always been here. We are this state's past, we are this state's present, and damn it, we are this state's future. I just want to close by saying that I love you. All of the organizations in the All In for Equality Coalition love you as well. You are never alone. You always have us. Kick some ass in that building, and I'll see you in there. And now it's my pleasure to introduce you to one of our champions from Lambda Legal, the incredible Shelley Skeen.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shelley Skeen. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the regional director for Lambda Legal. And for over 51 years, Lambda Legal is and has been the leader in the fight for the full recognition of LGBTQ civil rights and the rights of everyone living with HIV. 21 years ago, right here in this state, Lambda Legal challenged the laws that criminalize same-sex relationships before the United States Supreme Court, and we won. And when we did, we destigmatized LGBTQ+ lives. Lambda Legal has fought the first challenges to workplaces that fired us simply because of who we are and who we love, and we won. Lambda Legal fought schools, colleges, and universities that prohibited us from being ourselves on campus, and we won. Lambda Legal fought laws that prohibited same-sex marriage across the country and won, guaranteeing marriage equality for all of us. Lambda Legal challenged unfair housing laws that prohibited people living with HIV from finding a place to live. And guess what? We won. Lambda Legal fought the U.S. military when it said that people living with HIV could not become officers or serve fully, and won. Lambda Legal fought the U.S. military when it said transgender people could not serve in the military, and we won. Lambda Legal sued the United States State Department, which we're about ready to do again, because it refused to issue passports with X-gender markers, and we won. Lambda Legal challenged state laws prohibiting transgender people from obtaining birth certificates that match who they are and who they know themselves to be, and we won. Lambda Legal sued Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton when they told Child Protective Services to investigate parents and families because they had a transgender adolescent, and we won. Session after session, Lambda Legal has worked in solidarity with its partners in the All In for Equality Coalition, the ACLU of Texas, the Texas Freedom Network, HRC, and Equality Texas to fight legislation that seeks to restrict LGBTQ civil rights. And it's not going to be any different this session. Lambda Legal and the All In for Equality Coalition will fight, and we will defeat the vast majority of the legislation that seeks to prohibit us from participating fully in society. Lambda Legal fights for civil rights of everyone, because when you restrict the rights of anyone, you restrict the civil rights of everyone. It's time for Texas legislators to stop legislating our private lives and the decisions we make each day. It's time for Texas legislators to listen to science instead of their desire to get reelected by supporting bills that they know are wrong. It's time for Texas legislators to show us all of the dignity and respect that we are entitled to just as we are, the very same dignity and respect that they show their families, friends, and colleagues. It's time to stop the attacks on LGBTQ plus people and people living with HIV. It's time for Texas legislators to stop passing unconstitutional laws. And if they don't, Lambda Legal and the All In for Equality Coalition will be here. We will fight and we will win.
I think I'm the shortest one here. Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Felicia Martin, and my pronouns are she, her, ella, and I have the honor of serving as the president and executive director of the Texas Freedom Network. We are a grassroots organization of more than 170,000 religious and community members, alongside young Texans who are fighting every day for equality and social justice. But beyond my title, I'm also a third-generation Tejana, a parent, and a proud queer Texan. And today it fills me with pride to be here surrounded by my beautiful community, people who know what it means to love deeply, to fight fiercely, and to imagine a Texas where we all belong. And I don't have to tell anyone, everyone's been saying it today, that the Capitol behind us has been a place of devastating cruelty, where attacks on the LGBTQIA plus Texans and on my family, your family, and our neighbors have been relentless. Last session alone, we saw lawmakers ban life-saving, gender-affirming care for trans youth. Yeah. They've tried to erase our stories by banning books, barred trans college athletes from playing on teams that reflect who they are, and dismantle DEI programs that make campuses safer and more inclusive. But here's what I want to focus on today. We showed up. Thousands of us, parents, students, teachers, faith leaders, neighbors, kept showing up. We testified, we rallied, we organized. We held each other up. And every time one more person joined our movement, we claimed a small but mighty victory in shaping the Texas we deserve. A Texas where every single person, no matter their zip code, the color of their skin, their income, or who they love, is safe, valued, and free. This session, the attacks haven't stopped. Bills targeting trans adults' right to live authentically, book bans, bills that would allow public school staff to misgender queer students. We've seen them all. And as a parent and queer Texan, let me be honest. It fills me with rage. Rage that instead of doing their job to fund and strengthen our public schools, lawmakers are targeting our kids. At TFN, we know public schools should be places where every child is seen, supported, and celebrated. Our team is in that building right now, making sure lawmakers don't forget that. But here's the thing. Rage alone isn't enough. Rage without action is what they count on. So today we choose to channel that fire into our collective fight for action. Queer people, children, parents, adults, we've always been here. We will not be silent while our lives and families are used as political pawns. And for every ally listening, we need you, not just in words, but in action. Because if there's one thing the leaders of our state have made clear, it's that they won't protect us. We must protect each other. A Texas without queer people has never existed, and it never will. This is our Texas. We are here to stay, and together we will keep reminding every lawmaker behind us that they serve all Texans, and it is their duty to ensure LGBTQIA plus Texans feel safe, accepted, and embraced. Thank you. Let's keep going.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Verniss McFarland. I am the founder and executive director of the Mahogany Project out of Houston, Texas. And I'm also the founder of the recent Coalition for Trans Liberation, where we're doing positive work to impact trans people out of Texas, well, out of Houston. So thank you all so much for being here today and taking up space in positive ways that we can. Today, I find it both an honor and a privilege to be in community with each and every one of you, to work and fight alongside of you for the liberation of trans Texans, and LGBTQ people as a whole, right? That's why we're here today. As we enter unknown territories, I encourage you to pack the spirit of Barbara Jordan, Monica Roberts, China Gibson, and all those who have come before us. As a collective unit, we are unstoppable. Continue to make change and history repeatedly. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nguyen. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am a Vietnamese American transgender woman. I promise I wrote this speech many days ago. I've been practicing it, but it may sound like I'm just repeating what Representative Venton Jones and Ash Hall of the ACLU and Morgan Davis of the HRC and Shelley Skeen of Lambda Legal. But I do have new stuff to offer. I turned 65 last week. That means I'm old as dirt. And that means I know things. And I would like to share two things with you today. First, it will get better. Hear me out. And second, what do we do until then? I know that it will get better sounds like a tired old platitude that old people tell younger people. But let me offer you a couple of examples why I know that that's true. Back in the 80s, during the height of the AIDS pandemic, hundreds of thousands of people were dying. The community united, stood together, and today we have medication that prevent AIDS infection. Another example, in 1996, the Defense of Marriage Act, DOMA, bans federal recognition of same-sex marriage, yet 10 years ago, the Supreme Court affirms same-sex marriages, and 3 years ago, DOMA was repealed. Dr. King said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. We will win. And so what do we do until then? This is the part where I will sound a bit like Venton Jones and Ash Hall and Shelley Skeen and Morgan Davis, but I swear I wrote this earlier. So first, we unite. We stand together, put aside our squabble, keep the common goals of the whole community in mind. Because none of us is as strong or as smart as all of us together. Second, this is why I sound like Venton Jones. We take care of ourselves. We cannot be an effective fighter in this fight if we are not good to ourselves. Take care of yourself, take care of your community if you can, and we will win. And last, the challenges that we face, the work that we face, will be like eating an elephant. But I tell people that the way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. One bite at a time, and we will win. So to recap, it will get better. Stand together, unite. Take care of yourself, take care of your community. It's a marathon, not a sprint. When I say we've always been here, you say, hell yeah, we've always been here. Hell yeah, we've always been here. We've always been here.
Good afternoon, everyone. If this doesn't feel like a rally, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Joelle Espew. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Also, hot girl, icy girl, city girl, material girl. And I am privileged to hail all the way from Houston, Texas. And I just wanted to say I am a woman of many things. I am a community advocate. I am an around-the-way girl. I'm a fashionista. I'm an unapologetic Black trans woman, just to name a few. We are in uncertain and dark times. Yes, it's real tricky right now. But that is not what I'm here to talk about. I am here to speak about joy, hope, and possibility models. Joy, because even in the face of adversity and darkness and despair, we absolutely deserve to experience joy. The hope that we lean into is the hope when we envision and imagine and think expansively about what our world can look like, because we absolutely will prevail. And possibility models, because I, a Black trans woman, will continue to stand and be a possibility model for what can happen when you stand unapologetically and authentically in your transness and in your identity. And so, because of that, and because of who we are, I want everyone here to lean into joy, hope, and possibility models, because that is where we will find liberation. Not just for trans people, but liberation for all. Thank you.
Hello, I am the Reverend Erin Walter. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm honored to serve as the minister and executive director of the Texas Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry, here today to represent the legions of people of faith, diverse people of faith across the state of Texas who are here in spirit with us to say not in our name about these bills, and to fight for the good bills and to celebrate our community. Now, there's a lot of things I have to say, but I want to start with adding something to what the wonderful Representative Jones had to say when he talked about us being here thanks to queer and trans leaders that come before. I want to say, as a white cisgender minister fighting white supremacist Christian nationalists, that we are here thanks to Black trans and queer people, brown trans and queer people, Indigenous, BIPOC, Asian, disabled trans and queer people. And I want to ask everybody here to please look around, make a friendly face if you're willing, but look around at who is here today. We had a faith day at the Capitol a week ago, and I hope it's not true, but I believe that it could be true because patriarchy. I heard that the offices often count a phone call from a male constituent 4 or 5 times more weighted on their ledger sheet than any of the rest of us. I want you to look at who's here, and I want to think about who you're going to bring with you next time. Thank you for being here, and especially if you're a cis person like me, a white person like me, especially if you're a cis straight white man. Look around, and I want to see you bring 10 more of you, because it can't be all on the women and the queer and the gender diverse and the trans people and the Black people, and it can't be all on us. So I'm so glad you're here, and I want you to already be thinking about who you're going to call to task, so that it's not falling only on the people that are here. The Texas UU Justice Ministry and many of the partners here have programs and work. If you don't have an anti-racism lens yet, or you don't have a lens on accessibility yet for what you're doing, I don't pretend to be perfect, not for 1 second. But I am here to talk with you about it and find the ways together. Now, thank you. I'm a 4th-generation Texan raising 5th-generation Texans. My Unitarian Universalist principles tell me this: we are all connected. So I say to those who would deny the very obvious, beautiful, and divine humanity of this community, Stop attacking yourself. We are all connected. When you attack us, you attack yourself. Stop it. Stop it. And then the last thing I'll say before we sing and pray together, because you know that's what I'm going to do. There are 40 Unitarian Universalist congregations across this great state. So from Brownsville to Plano, El Paso to Lufkin, your siblings in faith say you are not alone. We say what you know, that you are divine, we are divine, this community is divine. Our art forms are divine. Our love, our health care, all of it. And the great state of Texas has a lot of work to do. Stop scapegoating our community and get to work on the things that Texans really need. In whatever way you connect to your ancestors, your spirit, the earth, those who will come after us, as well as those who come before, I invite you to take a breath with me. Spirit of life and love, holy of many names, that hears us in all languages and knows no human-made borders, my prayer is short today. Thank you. Thank you for queer and trans Texans. Thank you for the joy and the beauty and the fierce dignity, wisdom, and life-giving community that we have. Thank you for this day to be together. Protect us and hold us safely. Let us connect in new friendships and see the divinity in one another as we go forth today to live out our rights as Texans, as human beings, with deepest gratitude. May our legislators' hearts and minds be opened, and may our laws reflect the truths that we know. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh no, this joy that I have, that's how it goes. The world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This pride that we have. This pride that we have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh no, this pride that we have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Now love, because we're going in with love. Are you ready? This love that we have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh no, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, I said the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. That last line real loud like you mean it. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Amen, ashe, and blessed be.
Would you like to come up and say a word or two? Come on up.
Thank you. Well, just in my experience, you know the brown people are always late. So here I am. In my experience, no offense. So my name is Mandy De Los Santos, and I stand before you on behalf of Texas League of Latin American, United Latin American Citizens. Okay? The oldest civil rights organization that focuses on Latinx issues that was established here in Texas in 1929. And I am humbled here to stand beside such bold and beautiful people. And although I am excited to see the power of our presence, I have to acknowledge that we are called here today to act. With hundreds of bills filed to remove diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and to create a systemic discrimination in the healthcare systems and rob us of our right to fight for equitable economic advancement. It is clear to see that there is a war on people of color, the LGBTQ+, and all marginalized communities here in Texas. We cannot continue burying our children and standing idly by as our families are being ripped apart. When the Department of Justice reports that 56% of hate crimes in 2024 were against people of color, that's right. And 26% of that was based on sexual orientation and gender identity. When 90% of the post victims were Latinx, it is our elected officials' responsibility to create additional layers of protection. But what do? Instead, they move to limit our opportunities to participate in the workforce. And they attempt to erase our access to unbiased medical care and remove our culture from the school books. That's right. But guess what? Today, you are here to let it be known that we will not be made small. We are not second-class citizens. Right. And as long as we have our voices, we will rise. Say that back. We will rise. That's right. And guess what? We're not alone. I am proud to stand alongside our proud ally, Texas Director Gabriel Rosales, to let you know that this fight is a Texas fight. It is a Texas LULAC fight. We stand with Equality Texas and all of those represented up here and all those represented in front of me. We will not be erased. That's right. So today I challenge you all. When you're walking through the offices today, remember who you're here to represent. Remember those people at home that are counting on you to defend them today and to remind these legislators who they represent. So turn to the people next to you. See somebody and tell them, I see you. Let them know I am with you. And most importantly, I've got you. So last and but not least, who knows what we're going to say? Viva LULAC! Viva Equality Texas! Viva! Y viva justicia y dignidad para todos. Gracias.
I feel like I should say, are you not entertained? But, you know. So y'all have been baking in the sun for a bit. Thank you for sticking it out. For everybody, yeah, give yourself a round of applause for that. For everyone who was at our training this morning, if you have a sign with your group number on it, wave it high in the air. If you haven't found your group yet, look for your numbers. That's number one. Number two, when we are finished here, make your way around to the north side of the Capitol. Lunch is waiting for you, provided by the ACLU of Texas, so you can thank ACLU for your food. And I want to remind people about our security training we did this morning. We talked about safety in the building. You had a little bit of a dust up over here earlier with some of the folks that we warned you would be here. They are in the building today. They will be trying to photograph you and take videos of you and make you have a confrontation. Remember your security training. We do not engage opposition. We are here for a righteous purpose to talk to lawmakers about LGBTQ equality. We're not going to let them change our message for the day. So remember security training. We have restroom access on the family restrooms on E2, right by the Ledge Conference Center, which we will be in at 2 o'clock. Work around the Capitol, grab yourself some lunch, find a shady spot outside, or go inside and eat. Try to spread yourselves out around the different entrances to the Capitol, because it may be a minute for you to get in. Thank you for being here. If you have questions, respond to the text messages that we sent out earlier. We so appreciate you. Thank you so much.
It was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it was an idea of